Hello, and welcome back to... What is this? Hello? Ooh, what's this? So, I got... I got really angry, and I had real gamer rage playing Hollow Knight, so it's like, you know what? We gotta finish the letter at some point. Maybe not today, maybe not in my lifetime, but we're gonna try. The last time I recorded the letter was right before vacation, so... I remember things this time a little bit. We're playing as Ash now. It's a good old time. I don't remember what voice. I think I just did a generic deep voice because I cannot do voices very well. I don't know if you've noticed this. It's just not good. The bastard didn't even acknowledge my response.
What did the poor wall ever do to you?
It figures Rebecca would be the one to find me in this embarrassing state. Honestly, I don't like it when she sees me like this, which seems to happen a lot, regardless of what I want.
Rebecca, now's not a good time.
The concern I expect from her when I turn isn't there, however. How am I doing with her? They fucking... Instead, she just looks, well... The storm I left brewing last night is right there on her face, ready to be unleashed.
When is it ever a good time for you? You're always so busy with everything now.
It's ready to be unleashed like my favorite video game, Sonic Unleashed for the PS2. God, I love that furry fuck.
Now I find you here, sneaking out without even bothering with a proper goodbye. Not even a word. Really, I'm starting to think you're just keeping me around for my couch and my cooking.
Becca, it's not what you're thinking. I wasn't planning on sneaking out. I was going to say goodbye. I just had to take this call. Although, I'm not gonna lie, couch is great. 10 out of 10, would sleep again.
Stop it with the jokes, Ashton. I'm not in the mood.
Her bitterness is not lost on me. But at this point in our friendship, in our lives, how does she still expect me to answer that? What am I supposed to tell her now?
Are you still mad about last night?
No shit, Sherlock. She merely raises an eyebrow at me, which, to be honest, is all the response I need. Seeing her like this makes me believe those things Z-Man says. The part where Rebecca scares him, sometimes. I've certainly seen this more than once already. But the familiarity of it doesn't really take away from the downhill turn this conversation's starting to take. Only an awkward cough serves as a way to stall.
Okay, of course you're still mad. But whatever happened last night, I really am sorry. I'll apologize as many times as you want.
Get on your knees, bitch.
If you want, I'd even kneel or something.
Yeah, boy. Ooh! Ash is a fire! I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. But also, like, kneel for me, baby.
Ashton, an apology is nice and all, but that's not what I wanted to hear from you today.
She wants you to confess.
Alright, fine, okay. Where do you want to start?
Oh, I don't know. I've honestly lost track of it by your third trip to the buffet table.
I wasn't... The drive up there took a bit. Can you blame me if I wanted to grab some appetizers?
Oh, come on, Ash! For the whole evening? For the whole party? Please, don't tell me that's all you did, because I've never known you as someone who pigs out.
She's... Ooh!
You even took great lengths to avoid me. Should I also mention how you ignored Zach?
I hope she kills him.
Sometimes I get the feeling you don't want to be seen with us in public. Some friendship, huh?
I think I've said this before. It's like, God, we're on episode 51, I think. I think this is episode 51. We've come a long way. I don't remember anything I've said. But have I talked about how, like, I don't think that they're a good match for each other? In terms of, like, they're always arguing. They bicker a lot. The fact that he clearly doesn't seem to give enough shits to, like, give her the time of day. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know it's not like that. It's never going to be like that, Becca.
Maybe you even just used me to get into the party. You said yes to being my +1, but you were rather excited to just peel yourself off, weren't you?
He kind of was.
Honestly, I'm feeling a bit used.
I couldn't even look her in the eye. It wasn't that I lied to her. I honestly wanted to be there, to keep Zach safe, to keep Rebecca safe. Just in case. client or family friend. It was still a party hosted by a person of interest, by a man accused years ago of murdering a person's wife to get what he wanted. But then Chief showed up, Hannah Wright happened, and Luke Wright just couldn't be bothered to die peacefully somewhere. All of a sudden, none of my original reasons mattered. If I was found out right then and there, hell, if Zach and Rebecca's connection with me was found out, who knows what might have happened? Nothing? Am I missing something? Like, I don't think anything would have fucking happened. Like, the Chief didn't know you were there. Hannah doesn't give a shit. Hannah is cool. I don't think she gives a shit. Luke was too far up his own ass, like he always is. But Rebecca doesn't understand that. Doesn't understand what I can and can't say to keep them from harm. But it's all in her eyes, in the tight line of her lips and her furrowed brows. The hurt.
I'll ask this again. Just what were you up to during the party? What were you doing that you couldn't even take 2 seconds to make time for your friends?
This day is just off to a wonderful start. First my case, now Becca. How do we even go about this? I'm gonna cheat it because I'm trying to get them together. I don't know which one's gonna. Did that lessen it? That looked like it lessened it. Let's go back. I don't remember. Was that better or worse? That was worse. Insist is confidential.
It's confidential, Rebecca.
Oh my god, yes! Okay, cool. No, normally I wouldn't do this, but also, like, I want them to get together, I think, so. I wonder how many times I've told her that. And not just to her, my dad, my mom, Zach, and even Isabella. How many times I've told them what essentially boiled down to mind your own business, to make sure they're all safe, to keep them out of danger. My job isn't a game. It isn't as glamorous as the television portrays it to be. I had thought so too, as a child. I was so clueless back then, wasn't I? You're still clueless, you dumb fuck. But boy, did I learn. The good guys don't always win. Justice isn't always served. Investigation is not looking at a crime scene once to get a eureka moment. It's sleepless nights at a crime lab with the tech guys. It's several days wearing the same clothes with Chinese takeout stains because I'm staking out a place. I thought you were having Chinese food, not steak, but it's frustration when bureaucracy hinders you from looking into any case any further, or when you know the suspect is guilty, but they get away scot-free on a technicality. It's seeing anger and pain and despair with every case.
I know you have a mountain of questions, but I've told you this so many times before. I can't say much more than that.
Still, the look on Rebecca's face, the resentment and the pain. It hurts me as well, to think that I'm the cause of that. It's a familiar one, too. Something I've seen a lot over the years. I wonder how long it'll take before Zach starts giving me the same one. Or until I've hurt Isabella in a way that any sincere apology won't ever be enough. What a mess. I'm a mess, and it's the people close to me who have to suffer for it.
Official police business, huh? So you did use me?
He kinda did. He did. I mean, he did. Like, not that... wasn't he like, no, I'm not gonna go, and then he heard it was, like, the rights, and he was like, fuck yeah. He kinda used her. Used. The way she utters it just makes me feel like a total It's because you are a scumbag. It's not like I did it all on... It's not like I did it all on purpose. Yeah. But I can't just hold someone else responsible for this, right? Who am I going to blame? Yourself? The Chief? Hannah Wright? Luke Wright? Doing so feels like cowardice. It doesn't change the fact that I'm the one who put us all in this situation. I couldn't even look at her anymore with the guilt eating me up inside. But then she laughs. Half-hearted with barely a hint of cheer in it, but it's a laugh nevertheless. I honestly don't know what to make of it, what to do with myself upon hearing it. It's almost like the mere sound of it is meant to pierce.
The least you could have done is tell me. Maybe I could have helped. Kept an ear and an eye out for you.
She's being too forgiving about this, I feel like. Not that... I don't know if I want to stir up drama in the friend group, but also, like, he's just kind of shitty. Ash is just shitty. I miss Zach.
I don't know. I could have been Irene Adler, maybe?
Her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes, but the mask, she tries so hard for me. I give her a smile of my own, though I imagine it comes off as unenthusiastic as hers. It's far easier to slip back to banter when it's like this, to just brush off everything. At least this way you wouldn't have to deal with these awful things. No! If you're... Honesty in a relationship. I know you can't talk about it because it's police business, but like, if your friends are in danger and you think like, hey, it might be the rights, maybe you should be like, hey, be careful of the rights. Why are you doing this? If their whole relationship is built off of Ash just being like, yeah, it's just police business, it doesn't matter, like, I can't tell you anything, then what's the fucking point? Why are you friends with this guy? It's so annoying.
The woman? Don't flatter yourself. Nancy Blue, more like.
Her sidekick would beg to differ, Ashette.
I couldn't stop a wry grin from forming in my lips. In my lips. There's a grin inside of my lips, guys. I have 2 sets of lips. I'm sorry for keeping this a secret. She probably still has the photo from that contest. Keep it... Was he in a beauty pageant or something? Keeps it in her old diary. I never did find either of the 2 after I threatened to burn them. In the end, I just never brought it up again, hoping she'd just forget about the whole thing. But the small smile on her face says it all. Those were good times. A lot simpler, a lot more peaceful. Now things have changed. We're no longer the same people we were as kids. Growing up together doesn't mean it always has to be just the 2 of us in the first place. It's a dumb notion to believe in. When nothing ever remains constant, things will inevitably change through the years. In fact, it already has, long ago. Not just with the people we allowed into our respective lives, but also with us, as people, as friends. It really does get complicated as we get older, doesn't it? Not everything has to be, though. Even if it's in the form of a promise, I have no idea when I'll be able to fulfill.
I swear, I'll explain when it's all over.
The silence afterwards brings an even heavier air between us. Something that Rebecca thankfully doesn't allow to linger more than necessary.
I suppose you have to go now, huh?
The situation's already awkward as it is. Dragging this out will only make it more... difficult? Messed up? As if it wasn't already.
Back to your case again?
I don't really have to. I have no case, as far as the job is concerned. I have the weekend off until I have to report to the chief on Monday. Although I don't want to just throw in the towel on this. Orders are orders. This isn't like the movies. I don't get to say, fuck off, throw my gun and badge at him, become a vigilante, and save the day and get my job back. I'd rather get my ass thrown in jail than do any of that. But it's also not in my nature to sit still and do nothing. It'll drive me crazy if I just idle about. Besides, there's someone who has to know something about this whole Luke Wright thing.
Yeah, I need to go talk to Professor Clark. And there's something else I need to look into.
That other matter she mentioned last night specifically. Things even the news has been blasting out to the general populace lately. Evening, afternoon, morning, all deaths with the same modus blamed on a single serial killer. Or is it still the case?
Found dead in the early hours of the morning today. The fire was contained within the room and no other tenants were harmed, according to Luxborn police.
We're grasping at straws as far as these murders are concerned. In the first place, I'm not even the one heading this investigation, yet look at me treating it as if it's another high-profile case on my shoulder. How sad is that? Although all 3 of my friends have mentioned seeing something strange, I don't want to go into that line of thinking for now. Not yet. Not until I've exhausted every logical argument I could throw at it. To be honest, though, I don't know how to take all of this anymore. While looking at the closed door of Isabella's apartment, I couldn't bring myself to not act. And after Rebecca's claims last night, if another person important to me ends up in the hospital because I didn't listen, there wouldn't be enough regret in the world. Fuck, I almost came close to losing Isabella.
Well, glad to hear you're talking to someone, at least. Even if it's not me.
Sorry, I'm scooting around. I need leg room.
You sure you're not bothering the professor or anything? Don't you be a cheeky brat now. I'm sure he's a very busy man. You pointed that out yourself last night.
Becca, even if he is, you know he'll make time for me. I'm his favorite after all, aren't I?
Wait, wait, why doesn't Ash have a fucking accent? Wait. Am I missing? They're childhood friends. So that means he grew up here in Britain, or is she Scottish? I don't know. So why doesn't he have a fucking accent? Wait, have I ever mentioned this or brought this up before? Why does he sound like that? This I don't Okay. Is this forced? Is he doing it to make himself sound like cool? Even though I think it's arguably cooler to have like a British accent or any accent. Well, I guess that's not from my perspective as an American. An attempt to keep things light again. Should I start giving him a British accent that he's supposed to have? Bad move, apparently. All I get in response to that is a roll of her eyes and the door being slammed shut in my face.
I probably deserve that.
Yeah, you do. We'll just have to fix this. Excuse me. We'll just have to fix this some other time. By then, her temper's sure to have cooled off significantly. Hopefully. For now, I can't laze around. Gotta attend to things that matter far more. Find Professor Clark, deliver the bad news, and maybe I'll drop by Zach's. Zach's dead. Check on him, hear what he has to say. He also read the damn letter. It is dead, because I killed him. Might as well while I'm here, playing a paranormal detective, or what, is it supernatural? I can't remember. Whatever, it wouldn't hurt anyone if I tried to get to the bottom of this. In the bottom of Zach's grave. If nothing comes out of this, good. Everyone can shut up about the stupid curses. We can finally get back on track with our lives, onto more important stuff. If there is something.
I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
And so, with the last deep draw of my breath, I step out into the morning, setting aside my own problems for now, all while carrying a new set of uncertainties with me. If I'm lucky and Professor Clark has no other obligations today, I know just where to find him. Sorry, I need a drink of water. Excuse me, holding my voice to like be that deep hurts. It's easier in the morning though, which to be fair, it still kind of is morning, so like, I mean, I'm doing it now, I'm pushing my voice deeper, but I need water. A moderate crowd is already gathered at the park by the hour I arrive. Why was there a dash? People walking their dogs, kids playing a game of tag, and a few who are simply content to lay their blankets with a book in hand. Cheers and laughter. Mostly, if I see fucking Kylie, I'm gonna punch her. I'm so tired of dealing with kids. Cheers and laughter, mostly from children and families, lends the place with some kind of warm atmosphere. I tend to avoid the park precisely because of this. No use reminding myself of the could-haves when it's already over. What does that mean? Mom's doing well with her career. Dad's also fine the last time I visited. Although neither remarried, they're both content to live their lives as is. I'm probably the only one still caught up with it, hence my aversion. But all in all, it's a pleasant sight to see, if you're the kind who takes joy in such sights. Hey bitch. Professor Clark does. As expected, I find him enjoying a walk around the place moments later. He stops as soon as he sees me, a small grin spreading across his face when I approach, his hands raised in a casual greeting.
Not running today, Professor?
Oh, no, not today. Just thought I'd enjoy the nice weather before it takes a turn for the norm again.
It's so weird. The mic difference is, like, super weird.
And to what do I owe the pleasure?
The guy certainly looks happy right now. In any case, I almost don't want to break the news to him. But it's better to get this off quick as possible, as he doesn't shoot the messenger. Does he have a gun on him? He's not the type. However, long-held resentment can change a person. Even someone as mild-mannered as the professor.
Maybe we should sit down first.
With a slight gesture of my hand, I lead the two of us to a nearby bench, away from anyone who might want to listen in. Not that it matters much to hear, it's just for the sake of his privacy. He's had enough of the city's tattlers 10 years ago. There's definitely no need to feed more fuel to the fire that has already died down years ago. Wait for him to take the empty space beside me before starting. Instead, he spares a moment to give me a once-over. Are your glasses... Am I so hot that your glasses are fogging up, Professor? It's a little scandalous. I know we already discovered that Ash is a bottom, but like, come on. You're a little too old for his taste. Quiet. I have to stop. I must be stopped. I am once over blah. Quiet and unblinking during his scrutiny. It reminds me of all those times he has done the same back when I was still a student. I try not to flinch meanwhile. Once he's done, he simply raises a hand, reaching up to correct his glasses. A habit, as I've learned many years ago, he does. He does that once he's found what he's searching for, a nervous tick or an odd stain on one's person. Something to tell him about the one in front of him. The art of... I'm rolling my eyes so hard, I just don't. It's like, oh, he just looks at you and he knows everything. Ugh, it's annoying. The art of keen observation, I learned it from that man. It's very likely that he already had the idea of what this is gonna be about from my appearance and expression alone. Despite this, he allows me to speak first and wordlessly takes the open seat beside me, a smile still on his face as he watches the scene in front of us. And by next episode, we'll watch this scene unfold in front of us as well. Yes, good segue. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.